A whimsical introduction.
Playing with stones.
I wish I were a little stone.
Simply waiting to be chosen.
Smooth and shiny.
I could flicker, gleam, and glow.
Or jagged, broken, pointed, rough.
Careful, I may bump your toe.
Perhaps not a stone,
but a stone's friend I'd be.
Making magic every day.
Between the oceans and the seas.
Upstream. The flower children are my children. They're out soaking up the cheerful sun. For me. Illustrating the beginning of my life from the tree. It moves along in a slow way, which you would have seen with the stones there. It moves along in a slow way, sensing mostly. It swells suddenly with my love for my mother. The craggy volcanic erupted in me when I learned she was ill and blossomed unbelievably into a flower rock, which I really need for you to see. Oh, right here. I don't even know if that is a rock. Oh,
Wow.
isn't that beautiful? It's like a petrified mushroom. Yeah, so that's there. I began to take more notice of the rocks along the way and draw them to me. Sorrows, loss, and grief brought more rocks to calm, amaze, and fill me with joy. I know now to recognize the rocks in all their forms and look to the mysteries while I wait for their teachings and then wonder. So these are the mysteries up here.
Okay. Art station around this planet Uli. And this is where all the artists from outer space come together, all right? They need a place too. And they have fun creating with all these fantastic materials. They come to you, you know, and you just grab and you have what you need. It's outer space, right? You can have what you want. Then we share, of course, we need to eat, so we share international food. And this is the international dining where we come together every evening and talk about our creations. And of course, when you do a lot of art, you get kind of like tired and worn out, so you need to get a massage. And there are all these special hands from outer space. They come and they just go all over your body and massage you. Hot stone massage. You know, and after that you find here your different places where you can move in, and everything is there for us. And here is a place where you can always pick up a smile in case you have nothing to smile, which can happen sometimes. And well, I guess that's it. I had fun making it. I felt creative, and there's good energy around here.
Yeah. The title, when the sun rose, it filled the air with golden warmth, overflowing like a waterfall. That's the sun. Waterfall. Light sparkled and streamed over the land, giving life to the water. And this is a pool. Birds appeared on the banks of the river. A white seal arrived to bless the pool of many colored birds. And that's the white seal.
Okay, so we're going to go like that. And?
How did I feel?
Oh, you were going to first say how you came to here.
Yeah, well, the light was different when I came out here, and I was drawn to the moss, the lichen, and like Peggy's, these little shells. I just imagined squirrels and chipmunks on here, and then I came over and felt this rock, and it was so warm, and it just felt like they were meant for each other.
And his head and his thoughts. He has golden thoughts in his head. Boris walked with heavy feet upon the sand, which flew in every direction. People stared at him. Boris was new to the world outside. Boris was large and very old, millions of years old. His mother told him. The stones were pushed and pulled by the ice. It moved south and then north, and it changed him. His mother challenged him when his world was full of faster moving animals to go and play and just be yourself. He tried, but he wasn't as fast as other living things who made fun of him. Slowly his shapes refined, changing with the waters, the rivers, the oceans moving about him at the beach. He moved even slower because he liked the feeling of the wind and the water altering his shape. Small animals clustered around him. His hair grew wild, like seaweed. That hung around him too. He felt he must look like a garden of promise with everybody around him. Could this be play, he wondered? Just being?
Hello, Peter.
Hello, Peter.
The story that is here is a story of introspection. The rendering that I started off with is that. It's a question mark. And my question was, why did I choose the stones that you said talk to me? So why did I choose? Why did I? Is there anything in the stones that can tell me why I chose the ones that, as you said, were attractive to me and spoke to me? And so, knowing myself as being a very sort of mentally structured sort of guy, I'm not an artist as such. I started to organize things. I started to organize stones, pretty clearly by color, and they've all got a paw print, and these were among the stones which I had selected, which seemed in some way, shape, or form to be hybrids of my simple-minded structure. But most of the ones that I chose just didn't fit. So if there's a story, and then if there's a moral to the story, it is that there's clearly something that I don't understand about me. Let me see what I wrote. Story quickly evolved into a self-examination, namely, quote, explain my selection of stones that spoke to me. Showed me how structured my thinking and emotions are, plus there is some dimension I don't understand. So that's...
Here is... I've been fascinated. I was on the sea for 50 years, and I walked a lot of beaches, and I picked up a lot of stones like this. And I got my sense of myself and relativity to the planet by understanding how long it takes to do something like that. Wave action and erosion. And I've always been fascinated by it. So, in thinking about this, I was going to play with that notion, okay? A wave, rock, that kind of thing. And I didn't do much in the way of, I couldn't do rock by rock, okay? It's just a concept thing. And really, what this has done for me, interestingly, is that I work with glass and brass sculpture. And this concept of wave, I was going to do with some chunks of broken glass in about a 3-foot cube size. And I'm going to do this with stone and brass. That makes a lot more sense to me. It's much better connection. And I like this notion of chunk glass simply because you get the glint all over the place as you will get a curling wave at the end, the glint. But I like the notion, maybe I'll throw some of that in, I don't know how it would work. But I like the idea of the wave shape with stone because they're complete association. And there's a whole time element there, you know, that you can hardly measure. And yet I found that for myself, keeping those notions alive put me in perspective about my life and time. So that's basically what it's about.